Thank you so much, Angie. I appreciate you. I appreciate Primerica overall as a company. Thank you so much for having me on this phenomenal meeting this morning. What I do want to say, or this afternoon, depending on where you are, I'm coming from the state of Georgia today, but I want to really just thank the ALC for what it has contributed to the Kornegay hierarchy and the Primerica as a whole, and great leaders like the great Ivan and Sharon Earl, John Lennon, and all the other great leaders that supported the Kornegay hierarchy, throughout the last 20 years of the ALC being a phenomenal organization. I hope that I can give you some nuggets that'll help you grow your business, whether you're an ALC member or not. And I want to first of all recognize the Kornegay hierarchy. Started with my lovely wife, Patricia. We've been married now 34 years, been together 37 years, and we've been in Primerica pretty much all of our marriage. I got involved in this company in 1987. We got married in 1986. And went RVP in 1988. And we really have been growing ourselves as a couple, as business owners, as leaders in the company, and all the ups and downs and hits and misses. We've been able to get to a point today where we're now producing multiple six-figure earners. Just in the last 12 months, we had 29 diamond movements in the Kornegay hierarchy. And I want to take a few minutes to recognize these people because they did the work. And I want to make sure we take a few minutes to recognize. We had 3 regional leaders they're still regionals, went over $100,000 in income. And this is after the pandemic. We had Andreas and Joanna go over 100,000 as a regional leader. We had Michelle and her son Jordan go over 100,000 as a new regional. They actually went over 100,000 as a division, but it just got pushed to regional leader. And we also have BJ and Aaliyah, Pastor BJ and Aaliyah, who just went over $100,000 as well in income as regional leaders. And Michelle and Jordan are getting ready to click over $200,000 in income as a regional leader. And then we had new $100,000 earners, Jack and Crystal Bain, a mother and daughter team doing a phenomenal job. Then we had several 200,000 members. And we put 3 people into the actual ALC council. We have Vivian Diaz, just went over $200,000 in income. We have Adrian and Raquel Anderson, went over $200,000 in income, put them into the ALC. We had LaToya Turner, put her into now her last name is just got married, so now it's no longer LaToya Turner, but we had LaToya put into the ALC. We also had Nisha go into the ALC. This is all since March of this year. And then we had $300,000 earners. We had April Montebano go over $300,000. We had Adrian Anderson go over 300,000. Yeah, that's the same guy that just went over 200,000, and he just went over 100,000. He jumped actually 2 or 3 diamonds. And then we have $500,000 earner as well. We have also Herman and Simone Morris went over 300,000. So we have $500,000 earner. April Monte Bonner, yeah, that's the same mom and son team that went over 300,000 or 400,000, and now $500,000 in this pandemic. The great Art and Juana Martinez went over $600,000 in income. Yes, folks, during the last 12 months. And then we have the Kornegay Family Enterprise that jumped 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, $2 million, and now over 2.1 million. The next week we'll go over 2.2 million. Because, Gary, what's going on? People call me, Gary, what's happening in ALC? Why are there so many ALC members having so much momentum? Same economy, same company, same comp plan, same product, same pandemic, same everything. The difference is that we created this network 20 years ago where people from all different hierarchies come together and create this one mega hierarchy, and the accountability of people cross-pollinating from hierarchy to hierarchy. And then when this Zoom world kicked in, because we already had a network, right, which increases your net worth, we were able to cross-pollinate. And I can get Mika Saunders on a webinar before I had to fly her to California. And she could do a webinar for me on Sunday and inspire my team. Then I can get on the phone and talk to Chris Achong. He does a webinar for me, and I do a webinar for him. And Rob Davis and Tanya Poe and all the great leaders, Joe Ward. I keep going on, Angie Reed. And because we create ourselves like we're one big hierarchy, I'm able to tap into Ivan Earl. See, folks, if you use this scenario that we're in today, with this Zoom world, you're no longer limited to time, space, and matter. You're no longer limited to anything. You can move into different cities and different states in the comfort of your home. If you know how to communicate and use incentives, recognition, competition, these are things that you need to turn up right now. Like how hard would it be for you to get Tom Safford, Keith Otto, Ivan Earl, John Lennon, Mika Saunders, you name it, any great leader in the company, Brad Gerard, any great leader, Eric and Amber Davis going to go over $1 million in income. How hard would it be for you to get those people in one room at the same time? Highly unlikely, right? Unless you got a humongous budget to fly them in. But today, you can get on the phone, communicate with these folks. If they give you 5 minutes on a Saturday at a training, if they give you 30 minutes, and they're in their home, you're in your home, and your team is in their homes or wherever you want to have your Zoom at, you need to plug into the system even more so today. This is the greatest time in the history of mankind for people who are conscious, for people who are working. We have a saying, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And because we're already working, we're already focused, we're already competing, we're already growing, we're already holding each other accountable, when this pandemic hit, all we had to do was pivot a little bit over to a digital world and an analog world. And all of a sudden now we have these major diamond movements in the history of Primerica. And we got a great CEO like Glenn. Think about our CEO. Most CEOs are telling their company and their shareholder telling the CEO, cut back on payroll, close a few shops down, close a few stores down, keep it lean and mean. And we got a CEO that's constantly saying, we're gonna go over $1 billion a year in payroll. What company says that? I've never heard any corporation say we're gonna increase our payroll, but most companies say we're gonna cut our payroll. Do you understand the special times? The field training bonus, the ability to come into Primerica. As soon as we hit a pandemic, our CEO called a play and said, we're gonna lower the entry fee. Most companies say we should increase the entry fee, and you can get away with increasing it. People don't understand it because they understand the economy and the time that we're in. You should increase the price of everything. And our company is saying, we gotta pay our people more money. We gotta find a way to get more diamond movements. We gotta produce more $1 million earners. We're gonna take care of our clients better. We're gonna make sure that claims are paid faster. We're gonna make sure that policies that could be on the borderline of lapsing, we're gonna keep them active. What company does that? That's how special this company is and our leadership is. And all I want you to do is take it very seriously. This is not a time to drop the ball. Please, whatever you don't get paralyzed by what's happening in the world. If you're gonna sit and wait for the announcement of the economy to open back up or for COVID-19 to leave, folks, I'm here to tell you, the winners find a way. Angie talked about it, winners find a way. You either make excuse or you make money, but you can't do both at the same time.